Have you ever felt as though your faith is being tested and your prayers are not being answered? Sometimes you even feel as if the devil is actually harassing you. All your plans get frustrated and you feel as if between you and God there's a cloud. Your friends desert you. What do you do? My name is James and this is Convo, encouraging conversations that matter. A platform that we hope that to transform our community and make it, and make our community thrive. And this segment is contemporary Christian living, talking about issues to do with, contemporary Christians, contemporary living among Christians. And we hope that it will inspire you. We hope it will educate you, and we hope that it will actually edify you and build you up. Today, at Convo, we love visitors and we like doing shows with our friends and, inviting them just to come and share their wisdom and even understanding about different topics, And so I'm not alone today, but before I introduce my guest to you, I would kindly request you to consider subscribing to, our YouTube channel, Convo, encouraging conversations that matter. And today we have an interesting topic. And we're going to be talking about faithfulness, faithfulness. And at this point, I want to introduce my friend who has joined me today to advance this conversation. And her name is Lydia. I know she's not would have met her some point, and she'll be having us, advance this conversation. We'll be having a conversation with her just to understand what faithfulness is and how we can actually, build faithfulness even in our own personal lives and even how we interact with our friends. And so I want to ask her to just say hi to you. Lydia, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're most welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just say hi to our viewer. You can tell them actually what you do before you tell them.
Okay, so my name is Lydia and I'm born again. I'm a media personnel, that is camera work, editing, motion graphics, print, and all that.
Wow.
So that is what I do.
It's good to have you at Convo.
Thank you.
And she likes camera work. She's a very good designer. If you have a logo and you want someone to design for your logo, Lydia is the person to go to. So again, welcome so much.
Thank you so much.
And I think it's your first time at Convo.
Yeah, this is my first time actually.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to, and so this is the day.
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Good. Before you even go, can you ask our viewers to subscribe?
Yeah, of course you can subscribe.
Yes.
Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe.
Yes.
Like, comment.
Yes.
And you'll be blessed.
And tell your friend.
Tell your friend.
Yes,
tell a friend to tell a friend.
Exactly. Yeah. And we grow together as a community.
Sure.
All of us is all about encouraging conversations that matter.
Exactly.
All conversations, just because we want our community to thrive.
Yeah.
Good. So today we say that we're gonna talk about, faithfulness.
Yeah.
Yes. And before we even go further and explore some of the things that we want to discuss and share, what is your understanding of faithfulness?
For me, faithfulness is actually being loyal. Being loyal to something or someone.
Yes.
Despite the circumstances.
Despite the circumstances.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you are loyal to something or someone,
yes,
I believe that is what we call faithfulness.
Exactly. Amazing. Good. I think what you said is very true. Loyal. And despite the circumstances.
Exactly.
So it's not that I'm faithful to you when the things
circumstances are working, or
and then one day then I change.
Yeah.
And then something else we need to say that it's consistently.
Exactly.
It's not that today I'm faithful
and tomorrow I'm not. So basically, I think what is coming out is circumstances. So despite the circumstances,
Yes.
that is now what we can call faithfulness.
Yes.
So you being loyal despite the circumstances, because you can be loyal
Yes.
when the circumstances are not, in line with now what we will bring out as faithfulness.
Yes.
So if we are loyal despite the circumstances, now we can call that faithfulness.
It's like you're faithful throughout.
Yeah.
It's not like when good times,
Yeah.
at bad times.
Exactly.
And more keen that we need to insist it's consistent. Consistently.
Yeah.
You need to be predictable. I
Exactly.
need to know that.
You need to know
Yes.
that this lady or this guy
Yes.
is faithful.
Exactly.
So if we can't define you
Yes, faithful.
faithful,
Yes.
it means now there's
There's a
something
problem.
wrong. There's a problem. Yeah.
Good. Now, let's. I hope you understand now what faithfulness. How we understand faithfulness to mean is being loyal to somebody consistently despite the circumstances.
Yeah.
Those three keywords very critical. No, so let me ask. So who should we be faithful to?
If you ask me that question, I think first we should be faithful to ourselves.
Yes.
And then to God, and then to others.
And to others.
Yes.
Okay.
So if
So is in that order or
not really in that order,
Oh, perfect. Yes.
but three people,
yes.
or how do I put it? But
Yeah. Just say
three people
yes.
that you can be faithful to. One
Yes.
is God.
God.
Two,
Yes.
ourselves.
Yes.
Then three is to others.
And to others.
We are faithful. We can define being faithful to ourselves.
Yes.
Then to others.
Yes.
And then to God.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think it's one. I think in a Christian circles we know that we always, even when you're making our prayers, that we know that God is faithful, that God will do what He says He'll do, that God will keep His promises, and so we know that God is faithful.
Sure.
And even ourselves, we also need to know whether we are faithful to ourselves. And
It's
I remember you asking me, how can we be faithful to yourself?
Yeah.
And one of the ways being truthful to yourself.
Exactly.
And that is doing the thing that you said you'll do.
Exactly.
If I said I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, then I do it, then I'm faithful
Exactly.
to that particular. And then we need to be consistently doing the thing that we said we're going to do.
Yeah. Because if you are faithful to us,
Yes.
to ourselves, then it will be easy for us to be
Even
faithful to
other people.
others.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
I think even the simplest things like keeping time,
Yes.
you know,
Exactly.
taking a shower.
Yeah, especially this cold season.
Yeah, especially this cold season.
Yeah.
Even the smallest things,
Yes.
we can be faithful to them.
Yes.
If, for example, I was to meet someone,
Yes.
maybe in town,
Yes.
at exactly 4.
Yes.
So if I'll be late, that means I've failed
Yes.
in being faithful to myself.
Yes.
Because not really even keeping time,
Yes.
but so many things.
Yes.
If you look at, maybe if you're a student, do some assignments,
Yes.
and maybe you've not done, that is being unfaithful to yourself.
Yes.
And if you can't be if you can't be faithful to yourself, then
It's become hard even to be faithful to other people and even God. No, let me just take you back. Let's look at God. He's faithful. But I've been asking myself, what are these attributes or these qualities that God possesses that makes me say that He is faithful, or that qualifies Him to be faithful?
I think one of the attributes that really comes out
Yes.
really well is that He is omnipresent.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's everywhere. I think
Exactly.
that's amazing, because if someone has to be faithful to you, you need to be allowed.
Like
you
it will
you
be
need to
easy.
feel them.
Exactly.
Yes.
It will be easy for me to be faithful to
Yes.
someone who is around, rather than someone who is not around,
Yes.
So when I know like someone is around,
Yes.
I'll be not really comfort, but it will be easy for me to be faithful to them.
The idea here is God is omnipresent. He's everywhere. So it means if I need God, He's there with me.
Exactly.
If I'm encountering a problem or I have so many obstacles,
I know He's there.
He's there.
Yeah.
And that attribute itself makes Him faithful.
Faithful, yeah.
True. Like He's
like
there.
I wouldn't go to someone who is not there.
Exactly.
So I need someone.
At least
if I call someone, I need to know that he will respond.
Right? Yes.
Yeah. So if I need to reach out to someone,
yes.
I need to know that this person will be there for me. If I need some cash, I need to know that this person can offer. Yeah.
Yes.
This person can offer.
Yes.
That's
in a problem or when I'm going through some difficulties, and this person is present.
Yeah.
And he's there, and I'm able to. And I think that is a very good attribute. And I think that's why we have faith in God.
Exactly.
And something else is the fact that God is all powerful.
Mm-hmm.
He created the whole universe. He is mighty.
Yeah.
So he's strong. If I needed someone to like defend me, the person is there. And so that attribute itself makes it even more.
Yeah.
Something else that I like is when God says that he's not a son of man.
That he should lie.
Like
I'm sure he will not lie.
He should not lie.
I'm very sure that he will never, he will never lie.
Yes.
So for me, I think that's one attribute.
That makes him truthful.
Yeah.
So you've talked about 3 things that qualifies, when you say God is faithful, what he displays, he displays that he presents himself, let me use that word, as truthful, as everywhere.
Omnipresent.
Yes, omnipresent, and all powerful. And we can actually list quite a number of things, that he's a promise keeper and all that thing. And what we need to move on from here on is let's assume now our own personal to personal interactions with our friends, with our family members, our acquaintances, our fellow workmates. How do we emulate these kind of attributes that make us faithful to our friends, that even make us faithful to ourselves?
So I think they will really flow with we can copy from God.
Yes.
If God is omnipresent, then we should work on being there for others.
There for each other.
Yes. For example, in a setup of a family.
Yes.
If I know, if I want to be faithful to my family, I need to present that attribute of being present.
Yes.
So I can be reliable. If I'm present, that means I'm ready to maybe listen to what is coming up. Maybe there's a problem.
Yes.
So they can rely on me.
Yes.
On me being there for them to solve that problem.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So being present among,
in our families, because that is now to others. So
become very critical.
Yeah.
To build up this aspect of faithfulness. So you can say I'm faithful
when you're
not
there.
Present.
Yeah.
To your family, to your friends, to your workmates, name them. Something else is the aspect of, you say that God is truthful, that you not lie.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I don't know whether you've ever been lied to.
Of course, Of course we've been lied to. There's no one who has never been lied to.
Yes.
I think every one of us has ever been lied to, and we also lie to others.
Yes.
So I think if we can be truthful to ourselves, we can also be truthful to others. So maybe we create a point in our lives whereby people can really what do I call it? Can really have faith in us.
Yes.
Because now that is an attribute that we need to show it to others.
To cultivate.
To cultivate.
Yes.
So if I can be to myself.
Truthful, yeah.
If I can be truthful to myself, then people can be able to to have faith in me.
Yes, yes.
People can be able to rely on me. People can be able to trust me. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So like in a setup of a family, if I'm true to myself, like if I'm not a liar, you know, there are things that you will lie, and like even your brother or your sister will know that, man, I can't trust this guy.
Can't trust this
I can't.
person.
Maybe you went somewhere and you are maybe in town.
Yes.
And maybe you bring up the aspect of you are in a different location. You know, that is something that may build up in us.
Yes.
Because people will not trust you again. People will not have confidence in you that maybe this guy can be trusted and all that.
Okay.
So it is also something that we need to cultivate.
Sure. Truthfulness. And I think, let me just say, I think someone said that there are 3 things that you cannot hide.
Yeah.
1, you can hide the sun.
Yeah.
You can hide the moon. And you can hide the truth. And Lydia, just to, it's very hard to, when you talk about truthfulness, it's not easy. It's not easy.
And I think we can bring on the aspect of Joseph. You see, like Joseph.
Yes.
Joseph, I would say, was truthful to himself and also to others, because you see him in a position where he can lie. Potiphar is there.
Yes.
And he's, of course, you know the story and all that.
Yes.
So, but Joseph decided to be truthful to himself. Like, this is wrong. I won't do this. This is something that will bring up, maybe say unfaithfulness. So for him, he stayed truthful to himself.
Yes.
So something that we can name, and it's not easy, like you said.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, like you said. Yeah. So it needs also discipline. I'll say discipline. Like if you know who you are, if you know, like, this is something that is wrong. Apparently, I would say, like, that was not the first situation that Joseph found himself in. Maybe probably there were other situations. So being faithful also, for me, I'll say it's a process. So for us to come to that level of now, for example, Joseph, to come to that level of telling Potiphar no and all that, so he also went through a process.
Exactly.
So I know it can be hard. It can be hard on us being truthful to ourselves. But then let's also have that.
You need to have a backbone.
Yes.
You have to be very strong.
Very strong.
You don't have to, change, when the wind is going this direction, you change your flag.
Exactly.
When it's moving on this direction, you change your flag to this direction. You have to remain very strong. You have to be very honest. You have to preserve your integrity.
Exactly.
I think
so, like, if you do that for the first time, you'll find out that even when the second time comes, like when you attempt it now the second time, you'll be able to overcome, because it's something that you've grown.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Amazing. So you can be truthful to yourself, like what you're saying, Joseph.
Yeah.
He is truthful to himself, and so he doesn't commit something, because he could have done it, like you're saying, but he chose not to. Either someone is observing him or paying him or anything. He just chose it for himself. So you need to be truthful to yourself.
Yeah.
Secondly, you need to be truthful to other people. Amazing.
Yeah.
Truthful to other people. And I think that's where you call it kizungumkuti inakuanga.
Yeah.
Where you're not able to, and we have said it's very hard. You need a backbone. You need to be strong to remain truthful. Yeah. Amazing. Good. So we move on and say that want to advance the conversation from there. And we say, why is it very critical? And I know we can continue talking about all these, but just need to highlight some key areas. And then now we want to talk about why is it important that we remain faithful.
I still give an example of Joseph.
Yes.
For just because he was faithful,
yes,
he truly succeeded.
He succeeded.
He succeeded in his ways.
Yes.
Also, he succeeded in his assignment.
Yes.
Because God can also not trust you
Yes.
if you're not faithful. So God saw a man who was faithful, then he gave him an assignment.
Yeah.
So even for us, it's something that we need to work on. For example, for God to trust us with an assignment, it is something that he needs to see. Like, is this fella faithful?
Yes.
Is this guy faithful? Is this child faithful? Is this lady faithful? So even for us, being faithful is not for ourselves. Sometimes it's also
for others.
It's for others. You see.
Yes.
So for me, I'll say, maybe remind me the question.
Well, the key, why is important to remain faithful? And you say
it's for our own good.
For our own good.
Yeah.
And something you said I want to highlight is the fact that when we remain faithful to the assignment that we're given, to the work that we've been given, to even ourselves, we are preserving our destiny.
Exactly.
And we can see Joseph here trying to do what he is, his normal day-to-day job. He experienced a very huge challenge, which he has to make a choice.
Exactly.
And he remains truthful to himself.
Like
and
we said, it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. And when we can read the whole story of Joseph and skim so many work that he is able to do. Yeah. Like transforming even the...
So in every situation, he stood up to be faithful.
Well, critical.
He stood out to be faithful.
Yes.
And it was something that really brought him now to a place where now he even became the king.
In that land.
Yeah. Yes. He became the king in a manner that it was a process from the prison, from being a slave, But even in the prison itself, he was faithful in it. You see that he didn't even complain. He didn't complain. And let me say, like, if you're in a prison, it's not really a good, a comfortable place for you to be.
Yes.
Maybe there is lack of food, and maybe the food that is there, maybe it's not good, So, but even in that state, he remained to be faithful. He used his gift to interpret the dreams that, So he didn't see prison. He saw an opportunity for him to be faithful and rise.
Wow, amazing. So you got it that when you remain faithful, when you remain truthful, when you remain consistent, when you remain, not being wavered by circumstances, you're preserving your destiny. And not just your own personal destiny, the destiny of even so many other people. And we can give a classic example, like you're saying, the story of Joseph. Amazing. Something else that we don't have to go, because I can see time is really running and doing to wind up. We should not forget to mention about our families come to faithfulness. That faithfulness mostly is tested in our families.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Maybe I'm not yet there yet. I'm not married. Or is it? Okay. I'm not married. But I still have a family. I still have brothers. I still have sisters. I still have, I still have parents and all that. But faithfulness is really something that is tested in our families. Like, how are you faithful to your family? How are you faithful to your partner? How are you faithful to your brother? How are you faithful to your child? And that is something that has brought conflict. Yes. Right? Yes. Has brought conflict in our families. Yes. So, this is something that we are not just discussing. This is something that can be of help to us, to others. Yes. So if we build on being faithful, if you build on being faithful, we are avoiding problems that may arise. Sure. Okay? Yeah. So if I remain to be faithful, I think it's something that everyone should strive to work at. Yes. Because I can be faithful and someone else is not faithful. Sure. So it's something that needs to be mutual.
As I was saying, we need to be faithful to yourself.
Yeah, to
and
others.
to other people.
Exactly.
And it's very hard to be faithful to others
when you're
not faithful to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. So we just want to share those two, like the reason why you need to preserve your destiny. Two, you need to preserve family. because we know family is a very critical aspect of our lives.
True.
We
And faithfulness can play a big role.
Yes, it can make a family thrive.
Yeah, true.
It can well make a family
To fall.
break. So that become very critical, because we want to have a thriving society, a society that is, being able to be innovative and tackle problem that may arise. We need families that are strong, and faithfulness is one of the things that can make families to be very, very strong. We need to wind up at this point. Time is gone. But before I do that, I'm selling this book, and you know what? I'm selling at 600 Kenyan shillings, so that's around $6.
Yeah.
Yes, but you know what? I'm gonna do it at $5 or 500 for anybody who comments on this video. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea.
Yes.
That's a good deal. So just comment on the video.
Yes.
And you'll get the book for 500 shillings.
Yes. Amazing. It's called 90 Days of College, thought-provoking principles to living a brave, deliberate, and consistent life.
Yeah.
Yes. Your final parting shot?
I think what I will still say is that faithfulness is not a walk in the park. It comes with challenges.
Yes.
So because we defined it as being loyal, regardless of the circumstances. So it will not be easy.
Yes.
But my prayer will be that let's remain faithful no matter what. You can build on your faithfulness by starting small. Yeah, so it's not something that you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm faithful.
Yes.
It will not work like that. So let's build on being faithful and maybe pray to God that He may help us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. We were discussing about, faithfulness, and we are looking at God Himself. We love God. He is a faithful God, and we attest that every day. But we are looking at what are these things that, qualifies, God to be faithful. And we've mentioned as a promise keeper. He's all powerful. He's omnipresent. When you need Him, He is there with us. You know what? Sometimes when things are not working well in your life, you don't seem as if your prayers are not being answered. Doesn't mean that God is not listening. God is not, it's not that God won't keep His promises that He has said upon your life, and it just requires you not to doubt and be consistent. My name is James, and I was joined by, Lydia, and we were discussing faithfulness. So from us, it's a bye-bye. But before we go, kindly consider subscribing and let your friend know. Again, I'm issuing this book at 500 shillings for anybody who comments on this video. Thank you so much. And from us, it's a bye-bye. Shalom.